What you're about to see is one of the very first games I've ever made. And it's quite special because it's the only one I have ever finished. And I've made a lot of games up until now. You might wonder why it sounded so bad just now, and it's because it was my first game ever. I didn't know how to do anything. This was quite literally my first time. You might wonder, what was that painful yet short experience just now? And my answer, it's The Great Adventure of Stickman. Originally, the game was about this little guy and how, in his efforts of just like going around, he collected these coins and he fought over these weird triangle-like monsters that I don't quite remember what they were supposed to be. But I think they were related to that big giant at the end. They were evil and they're very angry. But I'm going to make it again. It's going to be a remake of this concept, so this idea will be totally scrapped. Now, we have a totally original, non-Stickman new guy. He is super cool. He wears a blue jacket, and he's very cool. He's also quite cute. He's a little guy. His mission now is not to collect coins, but to get a simple box of orange juice, since he's quite thirsty, so he needs to drink. He's a little guy, some orange juice. Yeah, and he's blue. Remember that, he's blue. So the idea is that he goes around, collects the orange juice, and then he's happy. He's very happy because he likes the orange juice. The game will have cinematics of sorts, or like interactive moments, where the starting one, like for tutorial purposes, will be the guy inside his very rightfully owned house, and he'll be watching TV, and he will be watching YouTube videos because he's cool. He's a very cool guy. But suddenly he will be thirsty, so he will look for his fridge, and in his fridge he will find that he has like nothing, maybe an apple or some milk, but he doesn't want milk. He wants an orange juice, so he doesn't want milk. So then he gets out of his house. He gets out, he touches grass, and he does some like platform challenges so he can reach the orange juice. The idea is that this is kind of like just a basic platformer, very basic, very simple, and it's mostly so I don't commit the same mistake of making very complicated games anymore, because the last ones I was making, they were just too over the top. So this one will be more grounded, a simple platformer, or a little cute, very cool guy going out so he can find his orange juice and purchase it. Obviously, he's going to purchase it and drink it because he's thirsty. So that's the game idea for now, the new one. And to follow up, now it's not just The Great Adventure of Stickman. The new title is A Great Adventure. So I started drawing a bit of the world of the little guy, for the levels, and the little guy himself. He doesn't quite have a name yet, but there's animations. I also drew the little picture for the cinematic of there's no use left. Who knows? I decided to use Godot for this new version of the game instead of ClickTeam, since ClickTeam is a bit outdated. So I started to draw a bit of interior stuff for the little house of the little guy. Then I just kind of put together very quickly a simple test level to see around how the little guy moves around. I also added a bit of sound effect later down the line, and he moves around fairly nicely. I implemented some controller supports so you can play with Xbox controllers, and yeah, So finally, after a little bit more work, I ended up making, well, kind of finishing the test level and using it to make a little bit of a cutscene. So now the tutorial and the intro is kind of ready. I have to just put like signals for what buttons move you and such. But hey, it's working, and now I only have to do more levels and more stuff, and I can finally release a finished game.